Software doesn't recognize that this is a game, so it doesn't let me stream. How's that? Do tell. Better, about the same? Maybe there. Okay. Oh, sorry. How's this? You getting there? Getting closer? That seems louder almost. No, good's not good enough. We need perfect on the dot. Let me try one more. I'm not aiming for acceptable. There we go, I'll just half it. I think that should be good, but you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on that. Alright, cool, 1 second. One second. I looked into it to get a grasp for how loud I am. 1 second. Is that just capped? That's how loud it's gonna be. That's fine. That's alright. Hello? Hello? Ooh, echoey. Yeah, this is just muted. Not sure what that's about. Yeah, that's because I'm running a mic test. It sounds good. I don't know why the music stopped though. Maybe it just does that. How's this? Slight technical problems. To be expected. Okay. I'm gonna give it a go, and then maybe yell at me if it's not good enough. Okay, just need to make sure all the audio is working. Sounds good? Yes, okay, it works. Good.
Settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a literal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Okay. Lengthy introduction aside. What's a Freggy? Do I want to know? Why are we talking about that? Hey, Dawn, how's it going? Okay, so I have, for all intents and purposes, never played these games with a keyboard and mouse. I've played them on controller through the PS4 ports of the games, and that definitely makes them a lot easier in the sense that you don't need to actively be moving your mouse and have any kind of precision. You can just, a button is mapped to this, and all you need to do is look over here and hit one button, and it closes the door. But in a lot of small ways, these games are harder on keyboard and mouse. which should be very exciting to learn. Yeah, I've really never played these in their proper form, because the console ports are kind of bad, and that's really the only way I've ever played them before. What? What are you people talking about? Oh, hello there. Uh-oh. That's no good. Oh, there he is. Hello. These games start off really slow. They kind of ease you into it, and as you get further in the game, as you progress, it gets a lot more intense. So, I should just be able to talk up a storm with very little major consequence. Hello. Yeah, these do get pretty difficult. I don't know how over the top I'm gonna go. If I'm gonna try to beat all the challenge nights and all that. I'm thinking not, but I don't know. We'll see how the night goes. I want to see how long I can go in this series without dying. I'm pretty confident I can go quite some time. I'm fairly familiar with the mechanics. Where's the rabbit? He's just not here. That's mildly concerning. Yeah, he's not here. It's probably fine. That's not a problem. Oh, game completion's a shoo-in. I'm gonna be able to... Oh, they're looking at me. Hello. I definitely know I'll be able to hit all 5 nights easy. Now, there are additional 6th and 7th nights that are completely optional, but the completionist in me wants to go for them. It's extra prestigious. Sorry, prestigious. I beg your pardon. Actually, I need to know how, because I know you've had some controversy over this before. Is it prestigious or prestigious? I gotta know. I know you're quite the stickler for this. Nice work there, Mod. Preesh. Good. Yeah, no one's really moving. This is a breeze. Both are correct. No, 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 no. I know you have a stance on this. Oh, I hear pots and pans. Okay. You're still standing there. Nothing abnormal going on. I do like that. Hope it stays that way. Rabbit hole. Funny, funny. Someone time him out, please. Leaning prestigious. Okay. Duly noted. I'll have to keep this in mind. This is important. It'll come up later like a telltale dialogue prompt. Okay, you're in the closet. You're hanging out. Oh, not anymore. Hey! No great shakes. Very nice. How's the audio leveling? We still good? Everything audible? The volume's really low. I don't know what to do about that.
move along this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera view, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Cool, back into it. I really forgot how quickly these games spike up in difficulty. Like, you don't get a break or anything, it's just straight into the next night. No, I think the joke in the community and in the series is that, like, all of their food sucked major ass, and I think that was... like, the food isn't good. And I think the joke eventually became that this corporation is so horrifically ignorant of all of their, like, crimes. It kind of morphed from the, their food sucks to just the whole place sucks. Everything about it is terrible. Why would people even go here? I don't even know how the joke started, but I think everyone just kind of latched onto that idea that the food is terrible. And I find that greatly amusing. Hello. Keep the rat in check. Appreciate it. Where? Or there you are. Okay. Yeah, this fella, the Freddy over here, he doesn't become active until night 3, I think. Although if you run out of power, he makes a beeline for your door. That's something to keep in mind. I think you're still in the kitchen, yeah, by the sound of it. You get your world politics out of here, I don't want to hear it. Okay, now this guy's a special case, because he progresses in stages where he peeks further and further out of the curtain. And what you want to do is you want to keep watching him. Like, check in with him fairly regularly, because he starts progressing further and further the longer you're not looking at him. Whoa. Okay, that made me jump a little. And if... Okay. That's new. Which becomes a problem later on if you have 30 things going on at once. The balancing act isn't as difficult in the first game because there's only 4 of them. And the mechanics aren't particularly deep, but it ramps up quick. Who is this Freddy? Never heard of him. There we go. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna want to keep an eye on that. You're back there. You're in the corner. This isn't good, because if he runs, he drains a certain percent of your power when he hits your door. and the amount he drains increases the more times he hits your door. So it's a good idea not to let him do that. I gotta be a little more conservative about my power usage here. Those numbers aren't looking good. Well, like this? Is that a problem? It should be fine unless I get bombarded by multiples at once, which can also happen. Yeah, you're pretty far. Where? Okay, alright, I'm safe. Yeah, we're cool. We are cool. Freddy. Is that gonna be the meme now? Do we have a grammar Nazi in here? What's going on? That's a lovely sound. Where art thou? I actually don't know where they are right now. You're in the closet. You're back there. Cool. Hey, now watch your language. Calm down a bit. Oh, hi. You can see the reflection in the window here of the light. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Where are y'all at? I don't think there's anyone close, but I can't tell. Yeah, and then once they hit your door, they just kind of screw off and go do something else. Chica's in the kitchen. You're there. This one's singing the song. Okay. Oh, that was fast. Hi. Honk for good luck. Well, there we go. Easy, easy. Already over the halfway point.
Oh, hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things start getting real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a mental skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Okay. Now, something interesting there was that this poster randomly can swap out for like one of 5 newspaper lore bits to catch you up on the story that isn't told in the gameplay. It's real Harvard stuff, I know. I'm kind of just looking around everywhere, because there's secret stuff that can show up pretty much anywhere, I think. I'm doing just fine, Biggie Cheese. How are you today? Good to hear it. Okay, you two are just chilling. Leave him alone, man. He's already dead. Yeah, no, that's truly disrespectful using the wrong your like that. Honestly, I'm disappointed in you. You should know the difference between your and your and your and your. I'm surprised how intuitive the flick motion for the camera is. I mean, that's a pretty ubiquitous element across the series, but I've never had to actually do it, because it's always just a button press on controller. But it's surprisingly intuitive. Wow, you're booking it. Okay. No messing around, okay. Hi. Now, if you let them sit too long at your door without you closing it, they will jam it, and you won't be able to close it, and it's an instant game over. Well, not instant, they take a while to get in. But once they're at this stage, if the door's open, and they catch you with it open, they won't leave. And that timing window decreases the further you are in the game. They're looking at me again. Okay. Fred Boy's off stage. Who's walking? Good? I'm thinking we're good. Yeah, we're good. Hey, there we go. Another newspaper clipping. Take your screenshots. Very important. There will be a test, by the way, on the lore. You gotta pick up on it. Keep your eyes peeled. Actually, yeah, the game is running in 480p. How'd you know? These games didn't push into HD until the 6th one. Which is just baffling. I think this 5th game is 720. But no, all of these original games are running at 480p. Truly the cutting edge of technology. Just zoom and enhance, it's alright. NCIS it. Well, I'm sorry, I can't do that. He's supreme authority around here. Uh-oh. Okay, you're on your way. Bonnie's chilling up there. Oh, hi. Check out this boy. He's hanging out. Shit. Okay. Oh. I wasn't prepared for the timing on that. I almost got. I didn't know he was running already. That made me jump. I'm not a fan of that. I actually don't know why it does. I don't know what the perspective is, but it reflects when Bonnie's standing right here. It reflects his shadow onto the window. I don't know why it does that. That always baffled me since I was a kid. I couldn't wrap my head around the perspective. Now, Freddy's on the way. You can tell he moves because he'll laugh, and you can hear it throughout the whole building. He kind of hides around in the dark, so you gotta keep your eye out for him. Any lore? Oh, that sounds close. Yeah. Okay, he's left 3 times. I don't like that. I'm getting jumped over here. Okay, that's Freddy's music box. He's in the kitchen. Okay, you're pretty far off. You're moving. The pirate's singing. It's a ballroom blitz. Isn't this lovely? Come on. Come on, man. They're all camping me. There we go. Yeah, I don't get it either. You're gonna have to explain that inside joke with him, then. Alright. Going swimmingly, I dare say. So that happens. Wow, everyone's pissed. Okay. There's a super secret, like 1 in 30,000 chance you'll ever see it, thing that can happen to this poster. I'll probably go into more detail later, but I, in my entire history of playing this game, have never seen it with my own eyes. So that's kind of why I keep flipping to this poster to see if it does the thing. That's a good question. It's also not explained. But yeah, he's dead. Maybe it's a jarringly futuristic digital recording format. Faith, huh? You talking to me? I've never heard of it. Yes, yes. What's up? Yes, yes, I'm here. I'm still here. How's it going? There's a 15-second delay. You gotta give me a minute, man. You should tell me more. Okay, Freddy's on 2. You don't really want to let him get to your door, because he doesn't leave. Stop provoking him, then. Should solve your problem. Also fix your grammar. Okay, Bonnie's there. Chica's still back here. Freddy's hanging out over here like a creeper in the girls' bathroom. I'd expect nothing less. Yeah, well, he's a rat. Biologically speaking. Yeah, it's around this night they kind of start getting angry. And they do that. It's just a light spaz attack, it's alright. Freddy moved. He's on 3 now, I think? Yeah, in the kitchen. Of course I don't know the lore. Now this lore, I could talk your ear off about the lore of this series. Don't get me started. Just gonna chill there? He's just hanging out. I think both of them are stacked up in the kitchen. Which is beneficial. And you're just having fun. Cool. He's just gonna sit there. It's alright. Spoke too soon. They're really going easy on me tonight. This is ridiculous. Oh, it seems that Freddy has moved, I think. I think. Maybe? He can't move backward, can he? I don't think so. Where is he? I think he's still in the kitchen, but his music just isn't playing. Okay, Chica's in the kitchen. Bonnie's in the closet. I don't know where the bear is. This hasn't happened to me before. I haven't the slightest idea. Someone moved up somewhere. Or back? They're confusing me. You're in the kitchen. Freddy's just nowhere. I really don't think he's anywhere. Only slightly disconcerting, it's alright. Hi, that's where you are. Now he moves. Okay, there he is. I'm not crazy. Not yet, anyhow. Hey, more lore. Real quick, take your screenshot. Oh, shit. Oh, he got me. God damn. I will admit, I put my hands in the air, I was not paying enough attention. Damn, dude, these nights are like 9 minutes. From the top, then. Full disclosure, I got caught with my pants down there. That's a little embarrassing. Yeah, the permadeath is over. My Nuzlocke dreams are dead. I actually planned out a whole thing, like it was 2 years ago, or it's 2024, October. I was gonna do one of these nights a day for each of the days of October of the first 6 games. It fell through because I kinda... More lore. Everyone, pay attention, take notes. Also, that's new for anyone keeping score at home. Yeah, the plan kind of fell through. Which is alright. There's always next year. Yeah, exactly. I was actually really tense trying to do those, because it was like, I have no practice, and I'd just be jumping into a super late night. I think I only got through 7 days before I dropped off of it. So I was on like night 2 of the second game. But it was pretty fun while it lasted. It was really stressful though. Because I'd just cold turkey it, jump in and try to perform well after 24 hours of not attempting it. I tried my best not to die. I didn't. I just had other plans, so I stopped doing it. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to apply myself to this, because each game has an extra night or 2 of overtime that you can do that's really challenging, which I might stick to. At the very least, I'm going to attempt this game's 420 mode. Most of the games have a custom night, where you can set the AI difficulty of each character from 1 to 20 to make them more or less challenging, and the kind of prestigious thing to do is to set all of them to max level 20 and then try to beat that 7th custom night that way. I've done that on more than one occasion in the past, and I think I got it in me tonight. I'm gonna give it a shot. Your pots and pans, so we're good. No, I don't think it was an intentional joke, because it wasn't called 420. People started calling it that. I gotta work on my speed and reflexes. I'm not that accurate with a mouse, because I don't play a lot of games on here. Like, I'm fast, I guess, but if I were to actually try at the challenge nights, I'd really need to increase my reflexes. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'm really hoping I'll get the secret thing. Real ones know what I'm talking about. Is the audio still good? Not like acceptable, but good? No, actually, I had to run home and get a second mouse, because, yeah, that one mouse, this laptop doesn't recognize it as a USB device for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, I just had to go home and get a crappy $5 mouse, and it works like a dream. You're still up there, which is cool. Love putting this music on when I go to sleep. Gotta be one of my favorite content genres. Horror game music is my jam. Put that shit in the car when you're driving to work. Did you kick Biggie Cheese? You're on the move. Hey. I think you skipped a movement. Either that or I wasn't paying enough attention. I hear someone in the corner. Yeah, it's you. As to be expected, this will be a lengthy time commitment. He's got a defense to build. He's got a case. He's going to trial, man. At least he's not representing himself. Now that would be a truly insane decision. They're more or less leaving me alone tonight, which is cool. Both kind of camping out, though. They're still up there. The sound is not panned, by the way, so when they are doing footsteps, I cannot tell which one it is. Later games have panned left, right, footsteps and all that. Just, not this one. Oh, you're here. Hi. I wouldn't doubt it. It would be opportune if you were not here anymore. Thank you. Just gotta ask politely, that's all. So I think he drained 1%, because he ran once, and I think the second time he runs he drains 8%. The idea is just not to let him run. I don't know how close Freddy is. Okay, he's in the East Hall. When he gets to the East Hall corner, then he's a problem. When he gets here. I think he moved. I don't think he moved silently, though. No, he's still there. Now, there's a technique called cam stalling. It's a little scholarly, but I'll break it down. If there is a character that is on the camera and it will kill you on the next movement, if your door is open, as long as you're looking at it in the camera, it cannot move to a kill stage. It doesn't really work for Bonnie and Chica because their last movement before they kill isn't on cameras, it's in your doorway. But Freddy is a bit of an exception in that, oh my gosh, he's running again. Yeah, that killed me. Hold that thought. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll take what I can get. Had to clench there for a minute. We made it. I think the game is in mono. Like, the first 3 just don't have, I can't remember the term for split audio. So yeah, that was my boss. He's like that sometimes. I think it's a reading from the novel Autobiography of a Yogi. That bit of knowledge has been in my brain for going on 12 years now. I don't know what the book is. But, yeah, if you unscramble it and reverse it, it's an excerpt from a book. I'm a walking encyclopedia, man, I'm telling you. Just stick with me, you'll do alright. Oh, had you heard that fact before? Man, you know the space in, like, most brains, like, in guys, it's like the space that's reserved for the names of sports teams and, you know, car brands? That space in my brain is taken up by useless lore about games I played 10 years ago that I'm just never gonna get rid of. It's stuck there now. An essential part of my brain's storage space is taken up by Spooky Bear Game, and I'm never gonna get that back. That's a bit unfortunate. Who's where? Shit, that was fast. Well, that's GG. Wow. He wasn't even there that long. Okay. We'll run that back. Yeah, yuck it up, man. Yeah, I bet it was his fault, actually. He distracted me. Wasn't paying full attention. The lore? Big talk for someone with no canine teeth. Know your place. Oh, hi. Hey, fella. Hey, they're all looking at me. That's cool. Alrighty. No, I wouldn't think that's a good idea. Look, man, he's just been in my circle for longer. I don't know what to tell you. You're something of a newbie. You're the probie. You've got to prove yourself. Don't know what to tell you, champ. You gotta work your way up the Ponzi scheme. There's a hierarchy to these things. Well, to be fair, it's because you haven't introduced him to it. Not that he deserves it, anyhow. He didn't deserve to get our references. That's alright. If he's cool, he'll earn it in time. I think Freddy's on 3? Yeah, he's in the kitchen. I can kind of zone out to this game. It's all buried deep in my muscle memory. Wow, you're sprinting towards me at record speed. Wow. Amazing. I don't even know what to say about that. Teleportation, maybe? Sometimes you really can get boned over by the AI. No, you can't cam stall Chica. The only thing I could have done there to maybe survive is just wait it out, but the door would be draining my power the whole time, and Foxy would be constantly running, which would have drained more power every time it happens. I don't think I could have survived 4 hours at 60 power. I just don't think it's happening. Man, this is giving me some trouble. It's not even a power issue, which is good. It's just I'm getting crucified by RNGesus. That's all. Yeah, you can only cam stall Freddy because he camps out in this corner, and if he is in that corner while your door is open and your camera is on somewhere else, he will kill you. But if you're watching this, he can't attack while you're looking at the door while you're in the office, and he can't attack while you're looking at him. So technically, you don't need to close that door for him specifically, which is not the case for her because her last stage before attack is here. None of them can attack while you're looking at them, which is why the camera is such an important part of gameplay. Because there are things you need to keep tabs on to take your attention away from the things that are immediately in front of you. It's kind of a series staple that she only ever attacks from the right, and Bonnie only ever attacks from the left. There is some shake-up, obviously, but you don't particularly have to pay a lot of attention to certain things because you know that one character will always come from the left and the other will always come from the right. You don't get a lot of certainties in these games, but that's definitely one of them. Ooh, where are you at? I don't know if he's in the corner. He's not in the corner. Okay, no, you're on 4. Cool, we're fine. Probably. I always knew Chica's swayed conservative. Uppity bitch. Cool, I think I'm good. No one's up in my face, anyhow. I heard that. This is killing me. What's the opposite of mono? Okay, Freddy's in the corner. He's kind of sitting there. And if he's on a high enough AI level, anytime you look at him with the door open, he gets into the office. So either you cam stall him, or in order to keep an eye on Foxy, you look at that camera, and then you have to close this door every time. He actually moved back, I think. Stereo, thank you. That was driving me nuts. I think Freddy's back on 4. Though I can't be sure. Yeah, he's not in the corner. A lot of steps going on. I can't quite tell who they're coming from. I think Bonnie's in the left corner. I had to wager a guess, yeah. Don't call me a pleb. I swear I know these things. You gonna make your move? But yeah, while you're in the office, you can't get Freddy'd. Yeah, this is far easier on controller. Because you don't need to be accurate or quick, it's just a button press away. I always definitely felt like I was handicapped playing on controller like that. I think Freddy's on, he's back to 4. When he gets past a certain AI level, he just doesn't leave. Just gonna check to make sure I'm correct about his position. I can't tell because Chica's overlapping him. I don't like it though. Yeah, he's back on 4. Kinda burning through power a little, but 'tis no big deal, I think. So even if I do run out of power, and I'm at 5, if you're near the latter end of 5 and you get a lucky roll, he'll take extra long to kill you. Yeah, he's on 4, I don't need to worry about it. Oh, Chica's in the kitchen. Freddy's over in the corner now. Yeah, he's hanging out. I'm not confident enough in a cam stalling strategy to even try that on Fred, so I'm not gonna bother. Because then there's having to make sure Foxy doesn't run while you're also not looking at him. So you have to, damn it. I got lucky there. Go away. Go away, big dog. Whew. Not the biggest fan of this. At least Chica's in the kitchen, that's something. think he's back on 4. He is. So anyway, how's your week been? Mine's great. Flipping burgers, you know how it go. Someone's in a hallway corner. Freddy's on 5. I think someone's at my door? No? I gotta be careful moving my mouse over here that I don't accidentally flip the camera down. No, I'm not at home. I'm in the dorms. Okay. Here's hoping I can hold out. Hey! Yeah, is it icy out there? The parking lot is kind of bad, but I haven't left today. So I guess I wouldn't know. Hey! That took a bit longer than I had hoped it would. Now there's some overtime you can do. I'll break it down, pour that tea. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna take a shot at 6, and I'll see how it goes. What is a Freddy? That has not been explained to me. Is that a Biggie meme? Oh, he's peeking fast. I'm still hoping for that. Oh my gosh! They took the gloves off, man. Wow! Oh no! Oh, bad, bad, bad. Oh, caught in the act. What a hypocrite. Can't believe you'd do something like that. And you're supposed to be the grammar police. No, I don't. Do I want to? Freddy's on 3. Foxy's about to run, maybe. Foxy's running. Wow, he's already at stage 1 again. War Thunder? Are you serious? Disgusting. I almost can't believe it, although that sounds like something he'd do. Someone's in a corner. It's Bonnie. At least. Yeah, that doesn't surprise. What did he have to say about it? Also, who leaves a review on PlayStation? Unless he's on PC. That would make sense. Is that 5? That's 5. Oh, no. This really becomes... Okay, it's back on 4. This really becomes a war of attrition between Freddy camping your door and Foxy having to take your attention. And then Chica and Bonnie are just supplemental. I don't know why I did that. I want to read it, because that sounds like it would be hilarious. Yeah, and then 420 modes is more of this. Except I don't think Freddy leaves on 420. Like, right now he's bouncing between cam 4 and 5, or his 4th position and his 5th, in East Hall Corner and East Hall, but he does not do that on 420, I think. They're the same game, man. Yeah, and since I know Chica's in the kitchen, I don't have to check this light when I flip the door up, which saves me a tiny bit of power. I can hear her banging around in there with the pots and pans. Truly, though, name 5 differences between War Thunder and World of Tanks. Oh, not good. Yeah, that drained a lot of power. I don't know where Freddy is. He's on 4. So I didn't need to close that other door. Cool. I'll check out the review in a second. This game doesn't pause, I think. The console port pauses, which is cool. Someone's at my door. No, someone's in a corner. Now someone's at a door. Make that 2. I just hear footsteps. I don't know who's where. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna not do anything the rest of the night, actually. And just hope that I don't get foxied in the meantime. That drained 8%. Okay. His only review of the game is that its performance is decent with its potato PC. He has nothing to say about the gameplay or, I don't know, the story, the music, the tracks. Weird flex, but okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it, by the way. I checked the group chat, it's funny. Yeah, I thought he was going to be one of my ambassadors. He bailed first thing. He left one message and he dipped. Oh, wow. No mercy, huh? Okay. Get it over with. Come on. What is he talking about? You know what? I don't want to know. Feed me the highlights. You actually can't turn the fan off. That was not a feature until the 7th game, and it is such a godsend that it is. Yeah, he's such a nice guy, you know? Alright, I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, what the hell is he going on about? I don't want to know. Can you time him out in the server or something? That'd be cool. I'm sure he has a very reasonable explanation, but I don't particularly care. I'm not gonna... I'm not feeling like touching that one either. This power drain is nuts. This is only 6. Wasting no time, huh? This is more difficult than I remember it. Either that or the console port got nerfed. Which I don't think is the case, but anything's possible. Nice comeback. Oh, I see. Well, that certainly puts a damper on things, doesn't it? Sorry, I was reading the group chat. That's a tone setter. Joy to the world. Not ideal. Whatever. That's fine. Should probably get back over here. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, this isn't going to be the one. Not by a long shot. Which is fine, I can just drop the whole Knight 6 business. I have nothing to prove. You've got to be kidding me. It's nothing but unlucky rolls. No, there's no way this one can make it. My power's way too low. Like, this is ridiculous. Normally this isn't what gets me. Not the Foxy camping. It's normally Bonnie and Chica sucking out all my power. But no, Foxy is abusing me right now. That's 2 runs in one night, which means he's gonna drain way more if he runs again. That might have been 3, actually. I wasn't even paying attention. Maybe. If they go really, really, really easy on me, and I don't get Foxy another time this night, then maybe I'll be fine. But I don't believe it. And by leave me alone, I mean I don't get Bonnie or Chica at my door the rest of the night, and then I can do nothing. Oh, Lord! I didn't realize he was on 5. I thought he was on 4. So he got in when I had the camera up and the door open. I don't know, what's the word? Should I keep at this or just hop to the next one? I'm open to either. Alright. Well, given you are the only other person, that's fine by me. Here we are.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge
chances are you've made a very poor career choice.
Yeah, I don't know what the balancing issue is. Well, I know what it is. The problem I'm having is that I can't raise my mic volume, my input sensitivity. Then everything would be balanced out. Hold on, let me try this. Anything? That's just volume. Yeah, it's maxed out. That's annoying. Just trying to fix it real quick, but I'm probably not going to have a lot of success. I'm going to try that, and if it doesn't work, then, I don't know, SOL. And with that... Yeah, I know, it's just all a little quiet. Which, I can adjust the volumes of that, but the media files I try to play are... I can't even adjust their volume. I don't know why. It's probably a me issue, not a Streamlabs problem. But, yeah, this was... I don't remember how long the wait between the first and second game was, but I think the first one came out in August, and the second one was maybe December, maybe November. Like, it wasn't that long. They're both 2014, I think. Like, the first one dropped... He has a massive history, the developer of these games. He says that it's going to come out in, say, 6 months, and then he says nothing. It comes out in 3, he shadow drops it, and he pisses everyone off because all their schedules get mixed up, because a lot of people do content on this. It was a very funny time to be following this series, because every single time he'd say a release date, it would come way sooner. He was a massive troll, and it was always amazing. Yeah, I have not much left to say about this one. Except that trailer's a banger. I love that one. The music is way too over the top. It's great. 150 a week. Could you even imagine? I don't know if you noticed, but I think this game is meant to be displayed in 4:3. I think it's stretched widescreen.
Hello? Hello? Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seem to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Man, I love those phone calls at the start of every night. I love when he talks like technical jargon and corporate doublespeak and all that. It's a very interesting thing. I just love it every time. It's such good world building because it's so diegetic. Now, in case you hadn't pondered about it, that guy should be dead. So that got everyone really confused back when this came out. And then, after a lot of people started really thinking about it, it came to light that this is a prequel, not a sequel. You know, Godfather 2 style. Which begs the question of what on earth these things are, if not the old guys from the last one. And then that opened all sorts of questions like how many locations were there, yada yada yada. Yeah, it's set in 87, I believe. But yeah, a couple different things. Obviously no doors, very not great. And the building can't run out of power. Your flashlight can though. Which is kind of an asset in later nights for dealing with one character specifically. Because once you get into the harder nights, you're not even going to need to look at these cameras. Which is kind of a downside. A lot of the earlier games didn't really... Like, the mechanics were balanced, but there was always one thing that didn't quite have a purpose. Like, in later nights when it gets more difficult, there's no reason to watch the cameras. The only thing you need to do in the cameras is wind this. And later games got better at, you know, balancing for that, so that there were mechanics that counteracted others, so that everything had a purpose, but the series was kind of still in its growing pains era. But yeah, since there's no door, what you have to do if one of them gets in is put this thing on, and then they leave. Which would be great if it wasn't taking away time from the other things you're supposed to be doing, but that'll be important later. No, not a single door in the whole place. You cannot close any doors. Which is a charming way to mix things up. Yeah, just the head. Oh, hello. Yeah, that thing's great. I like that thing. Now, one thing this game did that's kind of divisive is it doubled the cast of the first game. More than doubled, actually. There were only 4 characters to deal with in the first one. This game has 10. So things can get a little psychotic on later nights. This one definitely has one of the higher, more immediate difficulty curves in the series, but that's, in my opinion, what makes it charming. I like this one. Oh, hello. This guy is a bastard on the 1020 difficulty, because this mechanic is just slightly weird enough that trying to get him to go away eats up time from other things. You'll pick it up. There we go. Yeah, it's way more jarring. This game really goes for overstimulation. I'd say it hits it out of the park. Thankfully the nights are shorter. I think they're like 7 minutes, as opposed to 9. I will let him speak.
Hello? Hello? See, I told you your first night wouldn't be a problem. You're a natural. By now I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location, and we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly, you know? And the smell. So the company decided to just go in a whole new direction and make them super kid-friendly. Those older ones shouldn't be able to walk around, but if they do, the whole Freddy head trick should work on them too, so whatever. I love those old characters. Did you ever see Foxy the Pirate? Oh wait, Foxy. Oh yeah, Foxy. Hey listen, that one was always a bit twitchy. I'm not sure if the Freddy head trick will work on Foxy. If for some reason he activates during the night, and you see him standing at the far end of the hall, just flash your light at him from time to time. Those older models would always get disoriented with bright light. It would cause a system restart or something. Come to think of it, you might want to try that on any room where something undesirable might be. It might hold him in place for a few seconds. That glitch might have carried over to the newer models too. One more thing, don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere. I don't think the Freddy mask will fool it, so just don't forget the music box. Anyway, I'm sure it won't be a problem. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
God, I love him. He's so charming. I love the whole corporate doublespeak thing of directly acknowledging the possibility of death while also avoiding talking about it. The company itself kind of becomes a character in the games later on. Like, it's just hilarious how comedically ignorant they are of their health and safety risks. Oh, the one that's speaking is this creature, who is not lethal, but the bastard just takes the batteries in your flashlight or something. So whenever he's in your office, not only will he not leave, you can no longer use the flashlight for the rest of the night. Which, thankfully, he makes a loud-ass noise when he moves, which is helpful. Yeah, there we go. You can't see them leave, but you can hear from the vent noises that they're getting out of there. Yeah, on later nights this noise is just constantly going, so I hope you like it. Yeah, she's fun. I find it amusing that this is the only character that doesn't look correctly placed in the environment. She just looks superimposed on top of it in every single camera she's in. I don't know why that is. She's not hard to keep track of, though, because she makes a horrific noise anywhere she goes. I say as I completely and totally lose track of her. Oh, she's moving. That's her. There she is. I gotta stop with my flashlight. I'm just trying to see things. Yeah, this guy behaves somewhat differently, this Toy Bonnie here. And isn't a problem by himself, but on later nights... Oh, that's Foxy, by the way. You gotta flash him with the flashlight. On later nights, if there's something in your room, you need to clear it as quick as possible, which means you need to use the mask. And Toy Bonnie has 2 wait periods. One where he's been sitting in the vent long enough that he gets out of it, and then is therefore cleared by the mask, and then the time it takes him to stare you down. A lot of characters only have 1 wait period. He has 2. He's the only one in the game that does that, and he's such a pain. I hate him so much. Like this one, just 1 wait period, and then he's gone. That Toy Bonnie is the only reason I've never beaten 1020. Apparently, I think this is a lie, but apparently I've sunk 120 hours into FNAF 2 on console. I don't believe it, but that's what my PlayStation tells me anyway. I seriously don't believe this statistic at all, but that's what it says. Again, mono audio for the entire game, so you can't tell who's where. I just got some PTSD flaring up. I thought he was in the room. I should really tell you the names, because I just realized it's not very apparent. The new plasticky ones are the toys. All of them have a prefix name moving forward, because there's like 70 different variations of each character. It wasn't to sell Funko Pops just yet, but later on it was to sell Funko Pops. The old ones haven't even moved yet. The old ones are known as the, get a load of this, the Withereds, which is so creative. But yeah, get used to a bunch of prefixes slapped on the names of these things, because otherwise it'd be impossible to keep them all straight. Oh, the rat bastard in the vent is Balloon Boy. Hey! Ooh. Oh, I love the atmosphere of these weird, creepy, between-night things. I don't know if I'll be able to get you most of the story for this game, because a lot of the story in the second one, and games moving forward, especially 2, a lot of the story is told in these, like, 8-bit mini-games that play in between deaths. And I don't know if I'm going to be dying a lot. I say, knocking on wood. I wouldn't be dying plenty, but not yet. Yeah, the neurodivergent community in this game's fan base absolutely exploded when the lore for this game started happening.
Like I said, he was always my favorite.
Everyone lost their minds over those 8-bit mini-games.
They thought the first one was too scary, so they redesigned them to be more kid-friendly and put them in Kids Cove to keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together at the end of every shift. Eventually they just stopped trying and left him as some kind of take-apart, put-back-together attraction. Now he's just a mess of parts. I think the employees refer to him as just the mangle. Oh hey, before I go, I wanted to ease your mind about any rumors you might have heard lately. You know how these local stories come and go and seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our establishment. It's just all rumor and speculation, people trying to make a buck, you know. Our guard during the day has reported nothing unusual, and he's on watch from opening till close. Okay, well anyway, hang in there and I'll talk with you tomorrow.
To this day, I still don't know what the implied lore that's going on in the present tense of this game is. It's implied that some kind of criminal activity is taking place in the establishment during the week you work, and there's something like someone who is or used to be a staff member does something that is awful. You see, the lore of these games is so is so indirectly implied instead of actually told to you that even 10 years out, I could not tell you for the life of me what actually is happening during the events of this game. What's more clear is the mini-games that tell you what happens at some point in the lore, but it doesn't give you a timeline. So you're just meant to kind of guess.
Hello.
Are we terrified yet? Who was moving in the vent? Yeah, if your flashlight doesn't shine down the hallway, it means something's moving. Your flashlight kind of bugs out for a bit. In case you hadn't noticed, there's not a lot of animations in this game, so if someone's moving, it just kind of like, if it's on the camera, your vision just bugs out. It's surprising how decent these games are for being so simple. Surprised no one's barely tried to enter my office yet. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Hey, that cleared Balloon Boy too. I realize getting these games rapid fired at you like this might be a little confusing. They're meant to be like read into and then poured over the course of days or weeks, not just slam fired at you. That's alright. You need a master's to understand half the shit that happens in these stories anyway. Ah, I hate that child. Whoa! Oh yeah, it's not very straightforward. Because a lot of it's kind of left for you to figure out. It's nowhere near as straightforward as the first one. This one gave a lot of people trouble when it first came out. Whoa. My reaction time is not on point. Ah, yeah, that figures. Cool. That's alright. I've got all night. Yeah, this one is kind of really punishing. It's not so bad if you know what you're doing, but you have to be at it for a while to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. That said, this is a lot of people's favorite. For a while it was mine too. I think it's very good, but very repetitive, given that there's nothing to really do in the cameras in the later nights except wind the box. That's it. Because once like the wonder and awe wears off, and also things start moving way faster, you're not going to be using the cameras. It's just flash this dude in the hallway, wind the box, and then deal with whatever's in the office. That's the gameplay loop. Thankfully the gameplay loops get more in-depth as the games go on, but these first few are a little difficult to revisit without getting bored until like night 4. I'm just gonna get in the habit of putting on the mask every time I flip down the camera. On console, it's just a button press away. Yeah, that noise that just keeps playing means someone's either in the hallway, about to enter a vent, or they're in the vent. And if that droning ambience stops, it means that they're gone. I like this guy. He's funny. He's kind of standing there. I don't remember when the nose boot became a running joke, but probably every game has a nose you can boop and it honks. No, I didn't actually. What got leaked? PlayStation Store leak, that figures. I like them just kind of standing there. They're funny like that. Those in-camera views are my favorite. Whoa, okay. That's probably fast enough. Yep. Although they can wait a second. So sometimes you can get got without realizing it. Nice. It's on top of it. You know, I haven't really been following the Resident Evil Requiem news. I mean, I'm excited for it to come out, I suppose, but I'm not chomping at the bit to get my hands on it or anything. It's just gonna be another Resident Evil. And while I like Resident Evil right now, it's It's alright. Oh, it's Leon. Hell yeah. I kind of figured they'd be doing that, you know, hyping him up for like an Avengers-style reveal, but I also thought it was equally likely they just weren't going to do a Leon return. Like they're going to try another soft reboot thing like with 7. I have a feeling he won't be as big a part of the game as people think he will. Maybe like a secondary protagonist at some point in the game, but... I mean, to be fair, they've only showed, like, maybe 2 hours into the game, and that's it. So really anything could happen. I don't have enough context to understand what that means. Come on, someone do something. Make me uncomfortable. Just nothing's happening. I'll have to look it up. Send it to me if you got it. There's 5 AM. Oh. Brother. My reaction time's so much easier when you don't need to move a mouse. Oh, I see what you mean. Anyone? Anyone gonna try something? Hey, you. Your head turns pretty slow in these games. I'm only just noticing that. There we go. Hey, more of this. The implications are dark and disturbing. You must solve for X. Find out what they are. Oh, hi, I forgot about you. I love the atmosphere of these scenes so much. It's just so creepy. I don't like it. Which is awesome. Back to the grind, I suppose. Yeah, more from the guy.
Oh, hello. Hey there, Night 4. I told you to get the hang of it. Okay, so just to update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may end up having to close for a few days. I don't know. I want to emphasize, though, that it's really just a precaution. Fazbear Entertainment denies any wrongdoing. These things happen sometimes. It'll all get sorted out in a few days. Just keep an eye on things, and I'll keep you posted. Just as a side note, though, try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics inside if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive towards the staff.
Alright. Peace out, man. Appreciate it. I certainly will. See you around, homie. Thank you for stopping by. Indeed it has.
5. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know, especially concerning any previous employees. When we get it all sorted out, we may move you to the day shift. The position just became available. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're going to try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Fred Bear's Family Diner or something like that. It's closed for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down. So just get through one more night. Hang in there. Good night. Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. yellow one, someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics. Make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay? For now, just make it through the night. When the place eventually opens again, I'll probably take the night shift myself. Okay, good night, and good luck.